Welcome back to Steel City Drones. I'm Dave King. We're going to talk about the drone ban, what happened yesterday, and more importantly, what are a lot of people not talking about. We'll talk about the future. We'll talk about the impact. We're going to talk about a lot of things. But for those of you that want the quick and dirty recap only, I'll give that to you real quick. So yesterday, again, today is December 23rd, 2025. The FCC put all three companies, Chinese drone manufacturer, the major ones, DJI, Autel, and Anzu Robotics, all on their covered list. What that means is when DJI or Autel have wanting to come out with a brand new product that's currently not out, currently not released, currently not licensed through the FCC, we will not be able to sell or purchase them in the United States. Now, that is at least as of where it stands right now. How do we get here? Well, last year when the drone ban was put in place, or they're trying to put it into place, they made a provision that if a security audit, an independent security audit was not done, or it actually showed unfavorable for national security, that those companies would then be put on this covered list. So that never happened because nobody was assigned this security audit. Now, DJI has been doing a really full court press the last month and a half, asking everybody to try to get with Congress and everybody to try to get a delay for this and get like an exception or something that would be able where they could actually get this done. However, it did not get done for several reasons. We'll get into that later. Nevertheless, that is where we are. So if DJI was to come out with the Mini 6, for example, or a Mavic 5 as an example, we will, as of right now, the way it is, we will not be able to get it into the United States. We will not be able to sell it. We will not be able to buy it. That is where that stands right now. This is going to impact more of the recreational and hobbyist markets out there than the commercial, because we do at least have some different options. We're also going to talk to you about exactly what this means for current models and what does this mean for those of you who have your own aircraft out there right now. If you own a DJI or an Autel or another different type of Chinese drone currently, you can continue using that regardless of this new ban on new aircraft. That's not an issue. And if you are in the market right now for a drone, you can purchase any Chinese drone, make or model that's available, that's currently FCC licensed, without having any problems or worrying about it getting banned or not being able to use it, just like the people that currently have their drones right now. I cannot emphasize that enough. Something of major significance would have to take place for a reversal of that. And what happens, essentially what has to happen is that the FCC would have to start revoking current models. And nobody that I've ever talked to in the drone industry believes that's a real possibility that's going to happen. Enough damage has been done, because they don't want to, what they're trying to do is have as little public outcry as possible. And with public safety, 90% of the drones that public safety use are Chinese, and they've invested a lot of money and training into these platforms currently. It would cripple them completely. Plus all the public outcry would be, completely overwhelming. Nobody sees that happening at this time. Again, could anything change? Nothing would shock me at this point of where we are, but it is highly, highly, highly unlikely, and nobody foresees that as happening. And again, we have this new current ban that's on newer drones out there, and we have what I consider to be this informal kind of a ban that's going on with DJI right now. We're going to get to that in a minute. So, and now, they really have from the legislation standpoint, they have enough covered right now, and I don't foresee the current models, makes and models, regardless of what you have, being affected. So how does this impact those of you that are in the market for a drone currently right now? Well, if you can find what you want, especially on the DJI side, go ahead and purchase it. It's not going to stop. That's not going to change. Autel right now, you can purchase anything through Autel without any problems right now. We also have the Parrot new Anafi UK drone out there. That's a good drone. We also have the FreeFly and Inspired models out there on the enterprise side. Again, if you're a consumer wanting to purchase just a prosumer type of a drone, consumer type of a drone, Mini 5, Mavic 4, it is rather difficult to find right now, but if you can find them, you can purchase it, and that's not going to impact that decision for you. Now, let's talk about what I see very little people talking about. And it's out there, but a lot of people really are not aware of what really has been going on behind the scenes for the past year. And it could potentially impact anybody who has DJI drones currently or going forward. So it's really important information that you know what's going on. Around November 24, DJI has been accused of violating forced labor protection acts using underage people in manufacturing. Why that's so powerful and why it's so important is because that has essentially kicked in triggers that has shown for Homeland Security and Customs to block everything related that DJI sells. At first, it was just drones. And then more toward the middle of the year, they really started clamping down on parts, accessories, and also repair parts. So again, that and what's so important about it is it's on all makes and models for what DJI sells. Not just the future models for what this new drone ban has come out from. So at first, this was kind of, more of an inconvenience for us. We still had supplies. And then when everybody started running out, a lot of people panicked, meaning a lot of dealers and suppliers were panicking, trying to get DJI drones and equipment. So we were all kind of forced basically to, fend for ourselves out there to try to figure out what we can do. And you can get them through other type of avenues than our normal suppliers. As a sub-dealer, I basically have had 3 main suppliers in the United States that I have always purchased DJI equipment from. But those sources ran dry a long time ago, basically in January. Now, here we are, and we have been trying to get equipment here and there and there. So I can tell you personally, my company, we have had about $350,000 seized by customs, or I should say the packages that were coming into the country got seized. And it's been a huge mess trying to get them released back to the supplier so that we can get our monies basically freed up from. So it's been very difficult. This entire year for all DJI dealers has been extremely difficult to be able to get equipment. And obviously, because they are the most popular drones in the country, we have been trying to do what we can to maintain what we can for as long as we can. Now, in my opinion, the biggest game changer came right around the middle of the summer. That's when actually Homeland Security and Customs started really cracking down beyond just the drones, more on the supplies like batteries and repair parts. Now that's the key thing to take away from this is that DJI, has to bring their repair parts into the country. DJI has several repair facilities in the United States, California, Texas. So, when you send out your drone for repair, you're sending it to a facility in the United States. Well, that has been impacting DJI quite significantly because a lot of those replacement parts are getting blocked into the country. So it's really, left DJI really behind the 8 ball in a lot of different things here. Being accused of forced labor acts that they're not guilty of, being guilty until proven innocent, trying to prove themselves innocent over and over and over again and getting rejected by the United States government. So that's, all that's very, very political, but it's all the truth right now. And, that's where kind of things are. So, and overall, why this is all happening is simply money, government money, and government taking lobbyist money, and they just want to go ahead and appease the lobbyists. So that's exactly where we are right now. So if you are considering purchasing a DJI drone, all right, please be aware that there could be impact on being able to get your drone repaired under warranty if it needs it. Now, that, again, I can say that's a big if, because on some instances, DJI has been able to repair things in and out and get them in and out rather quickly. And in many instances, though, we have customers that have had their drones at DJI sitting for a very long time. It kind of depends upon what's wrong with the drone and what parts it needs and what model we're talking about. So it's a big question mark right now, and I want to make sure everybody is aware of that. And that's what we tell everybody when they call us and they're asked for our recommendations. We make sure that everybody is aware of this. Now, with Autel, they do not have many of these issues. So there is nothing regarding any kind of accusations against them with false labor. We have complete supplies on the Autel. The Autel is very similar to DJI. Is it DJI? No, nothing is DJI, but it works very good. And in fact, in many ways, I feel this Alpha right here is the best drone on the market. Even better than, say, the DJI Matrice 400 for apples to apples. If you want more about that, there's a whole other video that we made 45 minutes long going over that. We have other options. We have also the brand new Parrot, a Nofi UK out there for public safety and other type of commercial drone applications. But right now, as things stand, I see and envision the recreational and hobbyist fields and market hurting the most because nobody is really stepping up and making a good consumer drone. So unless something changes, there's going to be no Mavic 5. There's going to be no Mini 6. And the availability on the current models is scarce at best. So while the drone industry has some bumps in the road right now, Steel City Drones is a very strong company. We have diversified our services throughout the entire drone industry between drone sales, training, and specialty type of items that we custom make for high bright monitors and also customizing vehicles. We also help new companies out there start drone programs the entire way through. So we are kind of a one-stop shop for drones, and we have very methodically put a business plan in place a long time ago so that it's ensuring that we are here for the long run. So if you're going to purchase a drone, you can feel confident about purchasing from us, and more importantly, the after-sale support that we provide is second to none. So that's where everything is right now, and I hope I did a good job of trying to recap everything out there really quickly for those of you that wanted the quick and dirty information, and for those of you kind of wanted to know why things are happening behind the scenes, why they're happening. Now, that leads us to the future. Nothing would surprise me about if something was to change tomorrow. I feel things can be changed. And I feel that if DJI wanted to really try to work with the United States government, and but they have to understand that the United States government works in a way that it's pay to play. And that's what it is. And there are other companies doing that, and they're the ones that are getting the results. So something significant would have to change for either this unofficial issue right now that we have with Customs and Homeland Security with DGI, and also this official ban now on new products that are banned, that have never been released. Something major has to change, meaning there has to wait, unless DGI basically gets in front of the president and they can work out some kind of a deal that will benefit everybody. It's, nothing is going to change. That's, again, my personal opinion of watching this unfold for the past 14 months. So I hope that really helps explain exactly where we are, how we got here, and what we're looking like for the future and actually the present. So thanks again for watching. If you have any questions, reach out to us. We'll be glad to talk to you. Thanks again. We'll talk to you soon.